Hey, it's Dallas with MyCatch, and in this video we're going to do a complete walkthrough of the MyCatch app so that you're familiar with all the screens. Okay, so you're going to want to tap on the MyCatch app icon right here to open it. First thing you're going to have to do is log in. So you do not have to create a new account and register for a new account here because you've already done so during the registration process for the tournament. So you're going to go ahead and log in using the same email and password that you used when you registered for the tournament. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that for myself here. Press the login button. So the screen you're seeing here is the My Account page or the Profiles page. Basically, this is just your profile with your own stats on it. There's this new feature at the bottom, Switch Account. That's something we've just added, and that allows you to run multiple accounts off a single app. We always recommend using a second device wherever possible, but if you're fishing a tournament with your son or daughter who doesn't have a phone, this is where you can run multiple accounts off of one phone. So that's what that feature is there for. The other thing to note from the profile page here is this gear in the top right. That's going to take you to your settings. I won't go through each of these individually, but basically you're just your general app settings there, or you can log out at this page as well. That little gray number at the bottom, that's the app build number. So that's how we can tell what version of the app you're currently running. So I'm just going to go back here. So I'm going to go through each of these tabs at the bottom here. So on the far left, this compass icon here, that's going to be your map view. This map view also serves as the home screen. So whenever after you've logged in, if you were to close this app and open it again, this is the screen you're going to get brought to, and it's essentially the home page of the app. The map you're looking at is just a map of where you are currently, and you can change that map. So right now I have it on satellite view. That's what I prefer, but this little button right here lets you change to a base layer if you prefer that. I like to have mine on satellite. And then this top button right here is just a recenter, so if you get shuffled over off of where you are, you just press that back and it takes you back to where you are currently. And then probably the most important button on the app is this blue plus button here that to add a catch into the tournament. So there's a whole other video going through that whole process showing you how to do that, so I'm not going to cover that here, but that's the button you press to add a new catch when you're in a tournament. And you'll also see on this map view screen, this tournament bar at the top. That's what tells you if you're registered in a tournament or not. If you are in a tournament that hasn't started yet, that bar is going to be orange and say tournament begins in X amount of time. Myself, I'm in an active test tournament here, so you're going to say it's going to be a blue bar and it's going to say tournament ends in X amount of time. But you want to make sure you have that tournament bar if you've registered in an event, because that's what identifies you as in a tournament. So that's basically everything on this screen. You can also go up here to offline maps. That's not something we're going to worry about for this video, but you can download maps separately so that you don't have to rely on your phone's data to pull that up. Moving on to the second tab here, this is the log view. So this is just going to show you each of these boxes or colored sections are a trip or represents a single trip. So you can see in this last trip I have here, I have 5 catches logged. Tells me the number 5. You can see the individual measurement photos for each of those 5 fish, and if you click on that, you can actually open up the trip and it'll tell you, show you the map of where you were, give you all the statistics for that, and then you can see each of the catch times if you scroll down, and you can basically see all the stats of that. You can also go up here to these 3 dots in the top corner to edit the trip or delete it, so that's where you do that. One other thing, I'm just going to go back. One other thing to mention here is that from this screen, you'll notice that these colors, like mine are both orange right now, those colors can be different depending on the situation. So right now, this reddish orange color, that means that this is hours not fish, hours fish not set. And basically what that means is that I haven't indicated over how much time I recorded those fish or how long that trip was, which isn't really necessary for the tournaments. But you can set your hours. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like. If I go into this trip I had here, I'm going to go to the top, go to my edit screen, and I can set hours sent. So let's just say I was out there for 2.5 hours. I can manually set those hours. I can press this save button. Now if I go back out of here, that is now blue. And basically all that indicates is that you've now completed that trip because you've said that that's how many hours I fished, I'm now done fishing. Blue means completed trip, red means that the hours fished are just not set. This doesn't really matter for tournaments though, because we're not looking at trips, we're looking at individual catches. So either red or blue here is okay. When it's bright orange, however, that means that there's fish pending that haven't synced with the system yet. And we're going to cover how to manually sync those in another video. But those should sync on their own if given enough time and given enough cell service. So that's what those colors mean. But the important thing here is that each of these boxes represents a separate trip. And then there's also the stats up at the top here, and you can just see your total trips, total catches, basically just all your personalized stats there. The third icon at the bottom here, this little trophy, is the Tournaments tab. And basically what this is going to show you is all of the live tournaments that you're registered in and the past tournaments that you were previously registered in. Not too much else to say there. Now, this is kind of unique here is that, so this is a test tournament that I'm in right now just for the purpose of doing these videos. You can view the leaderboard from the app with this screen. So if you press view leaderboard, you can actually see, there's nothing here because it's a test tournament, but you can see the leaderboard in app from that, for that event. If you go to view tournament page, however, you can go to that tournament page, which is hosted online, but that's actually going to take you off the app. So that at that point you are actually going to your browser and you're not on the MyCatch app anymore. So just understand that when you do that, you're not actually in the app anymore. It's taking you off the app and essentially opening your web browser. So, but this is where you find your tournament information. That view directory button is just going to take you to a full list of tournaments that we have on right now. And that is basically the 4 tabs, because we covered the profile tab over here at the right. So the most important one where you're going to do all your catch logging though is in the bottom left corner here on this little compass, which is the map view. And again, pressing that blue plus button is how you add fish in a tournament. So, and that's going to be covered in another video, so make sure you look for that. And that's it for this one.